Hmm. What to do? What to do? We're in a bit of a predicament here. You know, I don't know what to do. It feels odd, kind of like giving a bit of a recap, because I feel like not a lot happened. Not a lot happened our last session. What did we do? Most of it was spent backtracking, I think. We did backtracking to test out our Redshift brand to see what we get out of that. And we were met with nothing more than just a few dead ends. We did cross a bridge, I think? No, wait, that was later. I think that was later. But the Redshift brand didn't really lead us to much. It felt like just a lot of dead ends. So, what else did we do last session? We went back to the cellar area in the Red Hall of Cages. We gave our friend the Red Lord's ear, where she decided she's going to become a vendor and sell some pretty baller stuff. Like, those upgrade materials are pretty clutch. Or they will be if I ever decide to change my armor, which will probably happen. What else do we have? That was it. We headed on forward to the Dome of the Forgotten, to try to catch up with our little knight friend who's determined to find a treasure hidden buried deep within the ziggurat beyond. And we kind of just blew through this area, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm a little concerned at how quickly we ran through this area. We faced two bosses. One of them's like the Untouched Inquisitor or something like that, and then we met something called I'm not gonna remember what it's called. The Third Lamb, what a name. Which is basically like it's like an amalgamation of all sorts of creatures, like chimera, so to speak. And I really oh wait, hold on. There was a time when this hippogriff. Oh, they called it a hippogriff, not a chimera. Interesting. I feel like a chimera would be a more apt name for this kind of a monstrosity. But despite, like, this area is cool. The Dome of the Forgotten, really, really cool area. There's not a lot going on with it, though. Lore-wise is another story altogether. The lore of this area is really cool. Just this idea of this temple, this beacon of light that fell to shadow all at the hands of one person and their desire and conquest for power. But other than that, you know, we scaled top to bottom to this area. We met another friend who granted us another brand, this hard light brand, and we actually used that to continue on with some backtracking, where we found a platforming section which led us to a gate, and what else did we get? We found a shortcut that leads us to the fort beyond the mire without actually having to cross through the stench of the mire, which is really cool if you progress this way first. Actually, if you go this way first and then you go back, you completely just bypass the stench of the mire of stench, or whatever it's called, which is rather interesting considering we did the mire first, and that was it. And now we're kind of left with three options here. We can go back to the fort beyond the mire. We can go down below to another area we discovered called the oh my gosh, I had to write this down. What was it called again? The Ruined Temple. We found this area called the Ruined Temple. We didn't really touch on it much other than, you know, breaking more than just our ankles, more like every bone in our body, several times over. And we didn't really go through deep into that area, and then we also did actually reach the ziggurat of dust, where we know that is where our friend went. We didn't dive too deep in that area either, although we did kind of completely bypass the whole thing by jumping over it, which I do want to, like, mention is such a cool thing that you can just take this whole area, this whole level, and just skip past it by jumping over it, which I think is a wild implementation. Being able to do that, that's wild. Just skip the whole area, jump right over it. I kind of want to know what happens if you do. But those are our options. I don't know which way to go. It also doesn't help that I don't know how much progress we've made in this game. I don't know if we're at the halfway point. I don't know if we're beyond that or if we haven't even reached it yet. But if I had to take a guess, I think we should save the Fort Beyond the Mire for later. Something tells me, I just get strong endgame vibes from that direction. So I think we'll progress where we are now. We'll cross through the Ziggurat of Dust. And then, depending on where that leads us, we might come back and we'll go through the ruined temple. So we have those two to bounce off of. So I think that's kind of where we're going to be headed. We'll start with the Ziggurat and go from there. Actually, what I do want to do real quick before we actually progress through the game is I want to give the Dome of the Forgotten like a nice thorough comb over, just to make sure there wasn't actually anything that I missed, because we really did just blow through this area. I don't actually know how long we spent in this area, but it didn't feel like we spent a lot of time here. We just kind of worked right through it. Oh, I'm so scared. Where do I start? I think we should start as close to the beginning as possible. And I gotta be careful. Ah, there you are. Okay. We're gonna equip those files up on our site if we're gonna progress through this area. I think that means we go down. Let's start at the top. We'll start at the top and then just work our way down is what we'll do. Damn it. So, I did kind of mention that I'm not entirely sure, how our progress is determined. I don't know how much progress we made. I don't know how much progress we haven't made. I've mentioned before how this game reminds me a lot of Dark Souls 1 in terms of just the way it feels to start Dark Souls 1 all over again. I do get a lot of Dark Souls 1 feeling from this. Ooh, wait. How do I use my torch? Ooh. I might need to buy some torches, since they actually have gameplay implications. One of the things that Dark Souls 1 does, much to its detriment in my opinion, is if you've played Dark Souls 1, you know where the halfway point in that game is. Hello. Oh. Train of thought derailed right down the hole. Oh, hey, look. We found the entrance. Okay. So the point I'm trying to make is that you know where the halfway point of Dark Souls 1 is. But the thing about Dark Souls 1 is when you reach that halfway point and then you make progress beyond that. Okay, I know where this is. There's an extremely noticeable shift. What is the point of this? Am I gonna break my ankles again? Is there like a secret path that I don't know about? Oh my god, now I'm nervous. There's a very... scared me. Okay. Is there like a double jump that you learn at some point in this? Anyway, okay, before I lose my train of thought, oh my gosh. Oh, the derailment is real. Once you reach that halfway point in Dark Souls 1 and you start progressing through the rest of the game, you tend to notice that everything feels different. The pacing of the game feels entirely different. It feels shorter. Like, the beginning areas of the game feel very well developed, very full, very fleshed out. But beyond that, jeez, that's a lot of damage. Beyond that point, if, what's the word I'm looking for? Once you reach that halfway point and you pass it and you progress through the rest of the game, you start to feel like everything feels a little cut short. The areas don't feel... The areas are still cool. The areas that you see, the bosses that you fight, there's still something there, but everything feels cut short. And going through this area kind of gives me that same feeling. Ow. He actually got the shot off. What a jerk. So yeah, as we're going through this Dome of the Forgotten, I kind of get the same feeling of like, we kind of blew past this area and it doesn't feel right. It feels like it was too short. So it gives me that feeling that we either missed something or it could be the same thing where we've reached that halfway point and now things are just, now the pace is just kind of picking up a bit. Granted, that being said, when it comes to Dark Souls 1, if I remember correctly, I've heard that the reason why that is because the development of the game was rushed. The development of the game was rushed, and so there was no time to develop those areas the way we would have liked them to be. Did I see this? I did not. Ooh, wait a minute, didn't we buy this ring? We did. That's really cool. Does feel like a waste of gold, but I like that we could have found it either way. It's a pretty late game area to find that, and then you could just buy it early on too. So yeah, Dark Souls 1 was a little rushed, which changed the experience rather drastically. When it comes to this, I have no idea where we are. If we've reached that halfway point, or if it's just one of those things where, what's the word I'm looking for? Or if we actually did just kind of blow through this area and didn't even think twice about it. Because that was it, that's all that's here. That's the front door. This is the boss. Other bosses all the way upstairs. Huh. I guess we did go through this area. Which means we have our next goal. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Okay, he didn't like that. Didn't even matter. Okay. Those, they were not very nice about that. If you just stand there when they're bunched up like that, there's no escape. You're just dead. I like that there's another one in the background, another little ziggurat. Alrighty. Here we are, mortally wounded. I think we got this. So now that we're here in the ziggurat of dust, our goal is to find our friend. That does 0 damage. Not even worth it. Okay. You need to die first. Whew. Okay. Not good. Ow. Is it gonna teleport back onto me? Nice. Okay. Yeah, we did the same thing. We kind of just ran through this area. Oh, we have a sanctuary. Awesome. I should get rid of the salt. One thing that I do like about this game that I find rather interesting... Hold on, where does this lead? Does this just go out? Okay, this leads somewhere. So we're not done with this area yet. We'll ascend before we descend. Another thing that I find rather interesting about this game is the... there's 2 kinds of currency, which is odd for a game that is very heavily inspired by the Souls series, or franchise. Okay. Bye, I guess. Because in the original game, you know, there's only one form of currency, souls. In this, you have salt, but you also have gold, which means, so the reason why salt is very huge in the Souls games is because it's the only form of currency that matters. Gold means nothing. You can even find gold coins in Dark Souls 1 and they mean nothing. It even tells you in their description, this item is worthless, it means nothing. Ever since the power of the soul has been uncovered, you know, currency means nothing. Souls are the only currency now. Here it's kind of the same thing where you have salt, but salt is used very differently. It's not just a currency. Yes, you use salt as currency to strengthen your gear for the most part. I think it's the only time I've ever seen salt really used as a currency is to strengthen my gear. You know, you upgrade your weapons, you upgrade your armor, and you imbue it with salt, plus another item of power, so to speak. Gold is actually still valuable in this world, and I find that implication rather interesting. Gold still means something. There's even characters that we meet in the game that still care for gold more than they care for salt. But it doesn't betray the fact that salt still has value, it has power, that gold does not. You use salt to level up. You know, you use salt to make your character stronger. So, this balance between salt and gold, really cool mechanic, really interesting. Just a nice little touch that I like. And I cannot wait to see what monstrosity we face over here. Oh. Okay. You're a dick. To ascend or descend, I think we descend so that we can give ourselves a platform to jump off of. Nice. I like that. Ooh, another little obelisk. I did not mean to use that. Okay. Just run for it. Because then we end up here. Is it safe? Ow. I didn't even see what we picked up. Oh, that's so bad. It looks like we fall off now. Oh. Okay. Now we have to backtrack. I really like those stone obelisk sections. Super fun. Shortcut unlocked. I knew it. I just had a feeling. My sixth sense was tingling on that one. Oh shit. Ooh. Okay. The Dried King. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, I like that. Ooh, that one hurt. Nice. The Dried King's ashes, ashes of the Dried King, a once proud ruler who spent his twilight years in paranoid madness hiding in his life's legacy, the ziggurat of dust. He's a creature of fear and self-pity, perpetually lashing out against imagined demons with searing flame. We just faced a king. That sounds really telling. I really like his design. Quite a lot, actually. Real cool design. But that's another thing about this game, too, is that these bosses aren't posing much of a challenge anymore. Maybe it's just because I'm used to Souls likes at this point after like 6 years and like thousands of hours playing them. Hello friend. So you killed him. You killed the king. Quite a relief. But is this a dream? The ziggurat we're in, well, it reminds me of that great tomb built by the Sun King of Kulkas. Kulkas is where I studied, until the mission. We were to sail to the west for a marriage alliance, I think. No, that's wrong. We were to sail east to Levin. We were to make peace with the citadel of fire and sky. Kulkas' sitting king had just announced an alliance with Ascaria, and with it, allegiance to their new gods. The climate for sorcerer collectives would surely sour. Ooh, really? Interesting. So we sailed, but there was a storm at sea. I was washed ashore. I don't think any of my fellow sorcerers survived. When I found the ziggurat, I thought I'd gone mad. But I'm no stranger to dark magic. Imagine a demon that feeds off of the ruins of nations. A demon that collects. Such a powerful being could dwell on this island. Or perhaps this island is the demon, and it feeds, claiming men, women, kings, countries. I want you to explore my theory, and I have just the thing to help you do it. I have something for you. It might burn a bit, but aren't all good things found in flame? The Dart Brand. A word of power carried in a brand. Bearing the brand grants its owner power over impetus. Wear this brand to gain the ability to perform the mid-air dash feat. Press B while airborne. If you find the ruined temple, you'll know my theory is true. What about you? Do you agree? Of course, this island is a graveyard of civilizations. Find the ruined temple. We'll get to the bottom of this, quite literally. So we faced off with the Dried King. We climbed to the top of the ziggurat, faced off with the Dried King. There's still more to the ziggurat that we have to explore down below. So we're gonna actually go back. We're gonna backtrack and do that. But I now have a better idea of how much progress we've actually made in the game, only because we just found the last brand. I have my Steam notifications turned on because achievements are fun. Not gonna lie, achievements are fun for me, so I figured why not keep it on. We just found the last brand. All possible brands. And this one is actually pretty major. It would be so much... this game would be so much cooler if you could do a dash attack. That would be so cool. Nope, can't do it. That's such a shame. That would be so cool if you can use the dash in combat. That would be amazing. That being said, we did find some, what do you call it? We found some ethereal hard light when we were backtracking earlier back to the beginning of where the Dome of the Forgotten was. And we were like, how am I supposed to cross this? We now know how to cross it. So we know it's going to take us somewhere. So we might go and check that out when we're done here with the Dome of the Forgotten. Something tells me we're making significant progress. And this guy here also has a similar story to ours. There seems to be a lot connected with this marriage alliance that is supposed to prevent the world from falling apart, essentially. But now that the princess is gone, I wonder if this island is sort of I'm starting to wonder if this island is the result of what would happen should this marriage alliance never come to fruition. So there's a lot of implication here in terms of the story about what is the point of the marriage alliance. Who are these people? How are they all brought here? What is this island? We just now got we got a deeper look into all of that, a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for? Not existentialism, we have food for thought, basically, in terms of the state of things, where we are, what we're doing, and what the goal is, and what's happening. We have a lot to think about. Oh man, that guy just fed us a smorgasbord of story. Oh wow, okay, so even if we did cross to the other side of the ziggurat, we wouldn't have been able to get in. Hello. You've used the gift I gave you to explore, conquer, and vanquish. I'm pleased to have been able to make an impact on your journey. Moonlight has always been my friend. Now I call you friend as well. And he gives us his gear. That is amazing. May Moonlight shroud you in this life. That's a bad guy, isn't it? Oh. Okay. That's another reason why I have a very strong feeling that the fort beyond the Myers endgame, because the enemies that we see there are very, very tanky, very powerful. I like this knight guy. This guy's super cool. Yeah, these little things, these little armored zombies, very, very powerful creatures. We're not going that way. That's for damn certain. We need to find a blacksmith, actually. Oh, I could have sworn he sold torches. I wonder if it's just the merchant who does. Ooh, I can make an upgrade. I'm definitely upgrading my pistol, are you kidding me? Actually, no, I'm gonna I'll save it. I'll save it. I want salt. Still nothing good. Still no diamond. God, I really want this, this katana. Wisdom scaling. A diamond cluster. So that's what we need. Got it, okay. Then I guess we need a merchant. There we go. No shame in buying a butt-ton and a half of torches. No shame in buying a bunch of those either. Level 70. Let's see. We want another poultice pouch. We were going this... Where were we going for another compass pouch? Oh, you know what? We do want this class 4 light armor too. Did we ever get class 3? We have not. So we'll do that. We'll go that way. I wish I had a gray pearl. I do want that class 4 armor because we have a really fucking sick, awesome armor set that I kind of want to think about using. This one. So we might look into that. I cannot get over the fact that this guy just fed us like a smorgasbord of information and lore and story. That's just amazing. Like, what is this island? There's just so... we can sit here forever trying to discern what this guy was talking about here. Like, forever. Oh, we came out on another side. And then we still see that guy. That's really cool. Okay. Wow, you can really just skip through this area. That's really interesting. Let's take a little peek, maybe? No, you know what? I really don't think we should take a peek. I saw bones. We're not done with the ziggurat. We still have to find our friend. Is that a ladder? I didn't even see that. Okay, we're still not done in this area, so we need to pick a direction. Okay. Nope. Nope. Okay. It don't need to be that way, friend. I can't tell if we're done in this area or not. That's what's over there. Okay. I think we are finished here. That makes me want to find the entrance again. Look at that. Look how huge that is. Ooh. Infecting brats. And drop spiders. We just threw ourselves in like some kind of dungeon? That's huge. That's a huge enemy. Ooh, I didn't even see that one. Amber idol and a red shard. Ooh, we found some juice here. So if we climb up, what do we see? What do we find? Okay. Nice. Okay. Awesome. We still have to go through the very beginning of the area. Another amber idol. They're just dumping them on me now, which means we've, like, beyond progressed what we've wanted. Hello? Oh. Look at those. You can see them right there. So these little masks right here, that's what those enemies are wearing. It's hard to get a good look at them, but that's what you're seeing. That's super cool. There's gonna be more right here. Nice. Let's see what's over here real quick. An obelisk puzzle. Okay, okay. A descent into madness. Okay. we were just talking about how the Dome of the Forgotten feels like this really short and just cut and dry area that we just blew through. This is something else entirely. This is a whole new ball game in terms of the areas that we've found so far. That is absurd. I'm scared to jump, but I'm gonna do it. I just found something called Castaway something, and something tells me I can't progress this way. See, I stress myself out by rushing progress, and then I miss out on the thing that I should have been worrying about to begin with. Oh? Interesting. Does the torch hide any secrets from me? That's pretty cool that you can combine those. I don't think I can make that jump. Do I want to risk it? Ooh. That dash ability is so good. Really? You see him hiding right there? Right there. Can you see him breathing? Or is that just the background? Oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind. Oh, no. And here I thought I was losing it. So it looks like it looks like it's the Octopus puzzle next. We still haven't gone back to do what I wanted to do. This is so cool. I was starting to question how my favor of this game was gonna change. I don't gotta worry about a damn thing now. This is super cool. This is what you want out of this. After everything we've been through, you want this little bit of exploration. This ziggurat of dust was so hyped up. You want this. Yeah, this is what you want. Okay, you have to be careful because you lose it no matter where you go. That changes nothing. But we can go down there, I think. Can we just jump it? No. It makes me so nervous. It really, really wants me to take that. Unless I do this. There we go. And it raises them all. Got it. Awesome. Fantastic. And then you have to go back. And they give you the means to do so. Yep, they give you the means to do so, all right. Oh my god, they're ganging up on him. That's wild. They all just got up and just started beating on him. I forgot that they do that. Such a cool little game. I don't know how to progress. I'm looking for something in particular. Oh, I think this is what I'm looking for, actually. I think we missed it? How far up do I have to climb to find it? Remember to let out pain. Praise crazy stars. We alone. Nightman. Ow. I actually hurt myself doing that. Where was it? It's funny how now that I'm looking for it, I can't find it anymore because I don't remember where it is. So that's just how awesome my memory is. Okay. Oh my gosh. So what does this take us to? That was cool as shit. And we found a halberd out of it. Excuse me? What? Where am I? Okay, we're putting a guide here, that's for sure. We just found Hal's floating castle. Don't jump, death. You know what? I think I've learned my lesson. And I think I'm going to listen to the balls for once. Okay. We'll have to come back to this. This is not what I expected to find up here at all. Holy shit. We're still not done with the ziggurat of dust, by the way. And we just found... I'm sorry. We found Mal's floating castle. And I think that is just the funniest thing ever. They are unafraid of the fan service that they do for this game. Now I'm lost. Hello? Question mark? Not only is this just a blatant just homage to Dark Souls, but we also just found Hal's floating castle, and I think that's just some of the coolest things ever. I'm trying to remember where to go. I can't see. And I also enjoy the pistol a little too much. See ya, nerd. Damn it. There has to be a secret. The best part about that is that I completely forgot what killed me to begin with. I was looking for the little monster to pop out. I completely forgot that it was a trap that killed me. Oh. Damn it. The ziggurat is going to be our tomb. Where's the monster? Oh, that's pretty huge. That's also huge. That is a huge shortcut. So where does this take us? And a pack of salt. And a deep, dark, dank, scary dungeon. The saltless. That's the one item we haven't gotten because I don't know how to get it. Actually, I think I know how to get it. I just haven't done it yet. I haven't done it properly, I should say. Still haven't done it properly. I think I'm supposed to jump from the Mac middle. I'm very sad we haven't found our friend. There's a bottom to this area, though. Which we also haven't really figured out how to get down there. But it doesn't really look like there's a way to get down there. Oh! Such an awesome shortcut. See, what's that over there? And there? The burning sky ring. What's that gonna do for us? Reduce cost of magic, spells, and incantations. That's pretty huge, not gonna lie. Okay, I think I answered my own question about how we get down here. But that item is plaguing me, and it will forever plague me until it is in my pocket. Come on. I know you want it. I know you want it. Let's get a look at their design. That is terrifying. Is there just a sweet spot? Lol. I was gonna say, watch, I was going about it wrong the whole time. Can I help you, sir? That was very rude. I didn't ask to be hugged. Got it. Nailed it. Awesome. Fantastic. I'm the best. Master platformer. Causes wearer's attacks to more frequently reduce foes to bloody chunks. Oh, so it's just a cosmetic ring. That's fun. I laugh about it, but that's one of those things where it's like, I wonder if it actually like has a chance of like one-shotting enemies, or if it's purely just one of those things where it's like, it's just purely cosmetic, you know? I wonder if it's just one of those things where you put it on and it just makes the gameplay more fun, more ridiculous. You know what? I'll take it. It's my ring now. I fought for it. And then we cross here. And then we drop here onto all of these. Michael Myers would be proud. That's all I can say. I was just thinking about how those tiny little creatures look like Michael Myers too. And sure enough. Where does it take us? Don't jump death below. A silver leaf. These little like tight caverns really make me uncomfortable. Excuse me, what's this place called? The Far Beach? Okay. We're gonna use up some of that salt. As a matter of fact, we're gonna use up even more salt. Not worth worrying about just yet. So, what the hell is down here? Dark secret below. Got it. Okay. You've enticed me. I feel like there's supposed to be someone in this room. It just gives me that feeling. So in the course of exploring just the ziggurat alone, we have found the far beach, we have found whatever the hell that was, the pitch woods, something like that, and we've also found an entirely other area, Hal's Moving Castle. That gives us 3 more areas to progress through, on top of everything to the west, beyond the fort, beyond the mire. Like, we're not even close. Oh my gosh. What am I supposed to do? Where the hell do I go? Well, we're still not done with this. That's for damn sure. Oh, we were just complaining about the Dome of the Forgotten being like, oh, you know, we just kind of blew right through that. There was nothing really there. Maybe we're reaching the end game, and then we get this. And this is going to be a monstrosity. I just know it. I can feel it in my bones, in my loins. There's a monstrosity here. Wait, he has a lot of treasure. I want his treasure. It wasn't even his treasure, it was my treasure. Okay. I don't know what to do about that. Block it. Got it. Oh, the Bloodless Prince. After we just fought the king, the dried king, we then come up against the Bloodless Prince. Which, I don't know where we're gonna find his ashes. Ashes of the Bloodless Prince, a creation rumored to be the fusion of Earth with the spirit of Prince Tamine, whose younger brother grew up to become the Sun King of Kulkas. When Sandine Plague swept through the land, Tamine, only then in his youth, was one of the 1,000 claimed by the vicious disease. While his body grew cold, did his soul live on as this bloodless prince? Oh, it's a question. While his body grew cold, did his soul live on as this bloodless prince? That was huge. One of my favorite things about Hollow Knight is how vast the game is. I know you can beat it relatively quickly, but when it comes to like exploration and the fullness of the playthrough, like the fullness of a playthrough, you never really expect how much deeper it goes, and that's kind of where I'm at right now with this game. It's like, what in the actual bloody hell is going on here? You know, I'm willing to bet that if we keep going this way, we're going to end up back in the ruined temple. Ooh. Does it know what I have done? I take the things I desire. I have taken so many things from so many people. Souls like scraps bound in dying flesh. I claim them. Kingdoms of dust and lies, petty princes, corrupt lords. I claim them. I like this guy. This feels like what I would expect the villain to be. I think near the end game we're gonna come to a face-off with this thing, whatever it is, in its true form. This is exactly what I expected to happen. So we didn't even come to the ruined temple the way that we wanted to. Well, crap. Fuck. Okay, I see you. That is so cool. Open door. The guide's outfit. I think I know where I am. Let's see, if we come up this way, what do we find? This is the other entrance, right? Yep, this is right outside. Fantastic. That is perfect. Shit. What do I want to do? Okay, I think I know what I want to do. Let's just take a peek at where this comes from. Because I think I already know. What is that? How did I miss that? Okay. I don't know how I missed that. I don't know what that is. I don't know where that is. That tells me that I'm still not done with the ziggurat. I have to remember, if I reload, like, quit the game and reload and come back to that, is that item still going to be there? I have to keep an eye out for that. Didn't do what I wanted it to do. I also didn't get to do what I wanted to do. I feel like there's a lot of areas that we're going through in this game where we're progressing backwards. Like we're coming from the bottom end instead of the top end. Like, how do I put this? Not the bottom end instead of the top end. We're coming in from the back entrance instead of the front entrance. I also want my revenge. Thank you. take that revenge for free. Thank you very kindly. So that's nothing. That's nothing. So that means it's not that we weren't meant to come this way. It's just basically the back door. And now we've unlocked a shortcut to get back here. But it doesn't matter because we kind of have an easy end to get here anyway. Something tells me we have a little obelisk puzzle coming up here soon. We just unlocked something and I don't know what it is. There's a trap around here somewhere. There's a lot of these split swordsmen here. I wonder if they have a genuine connection to this area. No. Not finding what I want to find, dude. This is gonna be a big session. Lightning pod and a bag of salt. The blood flower ring, eh? Sounds edgy. A jagged metal ring painted red increases attack power. What rings do I have? That stays. Let me see. I'm at 70.1, but if I kept that ring on, 66.9. Oh, you know why it goes down kind of like that? Because of my scaling. So, yeah, I gain attack power. What the hell is that? Where the hell am I? Where am I going? What are we doing here? You know what? Screw it. Let's find out. Iron Maiden. Got it. Not very powerful, though. Ooh, that's how they get you. Okay. This is my treasure now. I found a diamond cluster. That is so awesome. Worth it. So what is this gonna unlock? A shortcut. Awesome. Okay. I'm surprised I haven't found a sanctuary around here yet. That's not the way to go. Oh, safe sanctuary. Nice. Awesome. Fantastic. This is exactly what I was looking for. The Pitchwoods. You know what, we're gonna take advantage of our Pouch's assault here and try to get us a level. I think we overdid it, but I think we're good. Okay. Let's do some maintenance here real quick. What else do we need? Oh, I can test out my new armor set now. Do I like it? I do like it. Am I gonna like it with different gloves? Am I gonna like it with different boots? Am I gonna like this? I think I do like this. Yeah, I'm a fan of this. I can live with this. Oh, that took a significantly different turn than what I was expecting at all whatsoever. Like after the Dome of the Forgotten just kind of blazing right through it, and then we get to the Ziggurat, and sure, we kind of like, we thought we were going to blaze right through it, right? Because we kind of did, you know? We climbed to the top, faced the boss, climbed to the bottom, and like it just became a whole ordeal. And now we have the Forgotten Temple. Now we have the Pitchwood. Now we have the Far Shore. Now we have the Fort Beyond the Mire. Now we have Howl's Moving Castle. We have a lot to go over in this game. That was a significant amount of progress. A lot more than I thought we were going to make, and that's terrifying. Do I need to buy any more horns? I think I'll be fine with 20. I wanted like keep it a high number, but I think we're good with 20. What we will do though, real quick. I only come to the castle because I know there's a guide, I know there's a blacksmith, and I know there's a transmuter. And I don't know what the idols mean necessarily off the top of my head, so I just kind of come here because I know what I'm gonna find here, basically. I think this is the one we're gonna go with. But we have a predicament. We need 30,000 salt. I don't think we have 30,000 salt. We're definitely not going to have 30,000 salt. Alrighty. Curiosity's getting me. I just want to take a peek. Just a tiny little peek. still haven't learned my lesson. You know what the worst part is I got my one little peek. I don't think using my pistol did any damage though. That's actually kind of sad. I'm gonna have to pay attention to that actually. But I got my one little peek and now I'm committed. Ooh. I still haven't learned my lesson. I do get some damage out of it. Okay. Okay, buddy. Ooh. Nice. The coveted's ashes. Ashes of the coveted, a crude executioner's axe capable of inspiring unearthly desires. It is said to make slaves of the souls it claims. most famously wielded by Erland, the Executioner King, who died together with his son during a struggle over the axe. Ooh, wow, okay. I like that boss fight. I like that encounter. Real unique. I'm a huge fan. I didn't mean to take that, but did I just find a new chess piece? Sorcerer's Kurta. Ooh. Is the other one a hat? I'm a fan. I think I'm a fan. We found it. The ruined temple. It was built in the north as a testament to the power of man, but it became corrupted by greed and something more. The Mountsmith may have cast out gods, but even a godless land isn't safe from demons. I was led to this I like that line. A godless land isn't safe from demons. I was led to this alcove by a number of tiny markings, each one bearing an instruction in a dead Tristani tongue. Here, I found a set of garments identical to mine. Could it be that I have a shadow, leaving me messages wearing my clothes? Ever since you slayed the king, I've wanted nothing more than to explore. But now that I think I understand what power is here, I'm filled with dread. I'm going to retrace my steps. Perhaps I'll discover an answer. I like it, but I'm very, very fond of this little getup we have, so I think I'm going to stick with this. Ow. It's okay, I don't need my ankles anyway. I need to stop. It's the call of exploration. Oh my gosh. And it goes lower and lower and lower. Hold on. Hold on. You fool, no loot. Got it. Okay. Back to the pitch woods. It's like the watching woods all over again. Charred reliquary. No monstrosities. But the thing that concerns me the most is that there's still no friend. And now we're here at a place called the Siam Lake. Okay, right off the bat, there is an area in Dark Souls 1 called Ash Lake. If you don't see the resemblance, I don't know what else to tell you. Well, look how far we've come. I've been on this island for a long, long time. the air, the salt of the sea. It all hangs to me like an ancient crust. Is this the old man that we met at the very beginning? I think it is. And the shipwrecked, like you. So many shipwrecked sailors, so much fleshy flotsam. I feel like we've run into him before and I didn't recognize him, and that kind of bothers me because I've just been going. Okay, we're gonna stop. Fleshy flotsam with a shared secret. You are all the betrayed, you are. I've seen slaves and whores masquerading as nobles. I've seen soldiers and sailors wrecked from the same ship with different ideas as to what their mission was. You sad, sad wanderers. Do you know by whom you were betrayed, and why? You had your princess to find, or did you? We'll meet again soon. I love that reflection in the water. Oh my god, that's so good. I need to stop going forward. Okay, it's just so tempting to call. The lore of adventure is just so strong. Oh. Just a little peek. Diamond cluster. Gray pearl. No, we're not gonna do it. We're gonna leave it. Oh my gosh. Here's what we're gonna do though. The Mosaic Culverin. That looks gnarly. 100,000 souls? That's a huge, huge weapon. And I need a shimmering pearl. We'll get this for now. A Stygian matchlock embellished with skeletal fittings. Hold on. A Stygian matchlock embellished with skeletal fittings encasing the entirety of its stock and barrel. Mummified scraps of rotted flesh still cling to the unsanitary bones, exuding a noxious miasma, which permeates any ammunition fired from this ghastly weapon with the most odious toxin. Clearly devised by an evil mind, or else merely one teetering on the brink of abject insanity. So, does that mean that I now have a firearm that poisons my enemies? Because that would be baller. Okay. Here's where we're at right now. Can we do any upgrades? I'm sticking with the leggings that I have, so we're gonna upgrade those. I feel real good about all that. All those upgrades. I was muted for a little bit. I wasn't really saying much. I was just running through the upgrades. We've given ourselves a pretty tall order here in terms of where to go next. So, we've maybe fully explored the ziggurat. I'm not entirely sure. And we still haven't found our friend. But I think we found the treasure he was talking about that lies at the bottom. Because the ziggurat of dust and the forgotten temple. The ruined temple, I'm sorry. They're obviously very connected. So I think we found the treasure at the bottom of the ziggurat. But now we still have the fort beyond the mire. Now we have Mal's floating castle, the far beach, Siam Lake, and whatever is beyond the fort, beyond the mire. Like, oh my gosh. I think we went the wrong way. Because here's how I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this right now, and I see the Shivering Shore, the Village of Smiles, Bandits Pass, Castle of Storms. Then we have the Sunken Keep. Then we have the Red Hall of Cages. Oh no, that makes no sense, because you would get to the Red Hall of Cages from the Castle of Storms. And you need to get to the Watching Woods in order to get to the Castle of Storms. We've got a tall order ahead of us in terms of where to go next. Our options are Siam Lake, the fort, the far beach, and Mal's floating castle. I'm not entirely sure which one I want to go to. I'm leaning towards the floating castle. Like it's between the far beach and the floating castle. The far beach feels natural. That feels like where we should go next. So I think we'll kind of focus on these two for now. And then from there, we'll head back to Siam Lake. There's also the Pitchwood, which we never found a sanctuary for, but it's still there. We can get to the Pitchwood through Siam Lake as well. So instead of Siam Lake, we might actually do the Pitchwood next, because we ran into it 3 different times. We've got a tall order ahead of us. We still haven't found our friend. I'm very, very worried about him. I'm very, very worried about where he might be and if he's okay. There we go. That's satisfying. Yep. That's awesome. I feel like I should kind of balance these out. I want to use these to get the other items. I don't want to just stack my pages, because the pages I really only use for boss fights or to like kind of clear an area if I need to, if I know that there's a refill nearby. So I think Angsty Bones Rib, Vile Hawk's Ear, Drowned Berserker's Ear. I might do some off-time farming, I'm not too sure. But what I think we'll do now is we've explored the ziggurat, we haven't found our friend, but we did find a treasure at the very bottom in a place called the Ruined Temple. We learned a lot. That mage that we came across gave us a lot of information about the story. And we ran into our little old man from the very beginning a couple times, more than I thought we did. And he also has some information to give us. So here's the thing. Considering that I ran into him in Siam Lake, I'm leaning towards saving that for later, because I think he points towards progress. I think what we should actually do is start here. I think this is where we should be. That's huge. That's some baller ass tech right there. Yeah, I think this is where we'll go next. Is we'll go through the fort beyond the mire and kind of see what direction this points us in. I'm really, the thing that's getting me right now is it's like Hollow Knight, where I knew where the end game was, but I still kind of worried at which direction I was going was pointing me towards end game. But the end game in Hollow Knight was very finite. It's like you knew where it was from the very beginning. Here, I have no idea. There's east, west, up, just straight up, not even north. There's east, west, up, and like down. And I don't know where any of it leads. And I'm worried that I'm going to come across the end game sooner than I want to, and that would actually bum me out because there's still a lot to look at. I really do hope that the end game is very cut and dry. I really do hope that the end game is very cut and dry in the sense of like you'll know it when you see it, you know? Like, okay, I know that if I keep going this way, I'm gonna finish the game sooner than I want to. So we'll test this theory out, because this area here, this gives me hard endgame vibes. Mostly because of these enemies right here. I didn't... Ooh, Boatman. Okay. I didn't even check to see if that was like a mimic or anything. I just kind of went for it. Okay. So that's an entirely different person. I just want to test a theory out. Yep, it does poison. That's filthy. That means I'm going to be spamming the crap out of this gun. Which means I'm going to need a lot of flintlock ammo. Okay, now I'm satisfied. We messed around a little bit. I was just kind of wandering around and running through my thoughts and all that stuff. Tested some theories out. I'm satisfied. I think we can call it there. Next time we're gonna actually start from the fort beyond the mire, and we're gonna progress onward that way. I don't know. We haven't found our friend, but we have all. That's another thing, is we have all the brands. We have all the brands, so we were making genuine progress going that way. So I think it's time to backtrack and take a different direction to see where that leads us. Oh my gosh. This game is actually really damn good. Not gonna lie. I had my doubts. I am a little like... What's the word I'm looking for? It's not necessarily disappointed, not necessarily let down. It's more of like, I guess underwhelmed is a little bit of, is maybe closer to the word I'm looking for. Like, we made a lot of damn progress, and we just kind of blew through it all. I might have to cut this session up into like into like multiple episodes. I didn't want to do that because I have a specific outro I like to go with. So we'll see how that goes. I'll make that decision when it comes time to editing, because this is gonna be a long session. I think we're looking at 3 hours right now. Oof, yikes. That being said, I think what we'll do is what we talked about. We'll come back next session, go beyond the fort, beyond the mire, and see what lies beyond all of that. And we'll make our decision as we progress that way. If it feels too much like we're getting to endgame territory, we'll backtrack, and then we'll go from there. But for now, I think it's time to rest. You know, I'm actually kind of scared to go through and run through our collection from this session, but we're gonna do it, and we're actually gonna start with the bestiary or bestiary. We're gonna start there, and then we're gonna run down through the items and stuff like that, because we made a lot of progress. We've seen a lot of things. I'm actually kind of terrified. How full is our thing? Ooh, we're missing one. A bed spider, not a drop spider, but a bed spider. Ooh! We finished the last page, that's awesome. Okay, I don't know where to start, so we're just gonna go until we see something. We're gonna go until we see something that looks new. Let's see. I'm gonna focus on bosses because that's where the real story is, in my opinion. Let's see. Is this a new enemy? Have we found this before? A drowned bandit infested with grey rot. Grey rot tends to inflict entire communities, and every community reacts to it a bit differently. The leprous bandits invented an entire religion around the affliction, including an invented backstory for their appointed god, a complex system of sin and atonement, and unspeakable ceremonies. Okay, that was an interesting one to read, never mind. Giant lava-breathing arachnid. These things breathe fire? I'm glad I didn't see that. A giant lava-breathing arachnid. Bed spiders were first discovered in Devil's Maw Crater, a volcanic lava bed deep in the mountains of Markdor. Ooh, okay, Leech. The skeletal revenant of a sorcerer of the court of Quan Yin, Sun King of Kulkaz. These creatures were once known as wise advisors, skillful elementalists, and loyal servants. Perhaps that's why they still serve their king in death. I wish I had the map from the very beginning where you can go and choose your origin. Because once again, I want to find out what the connection to this island is. Like, I want to figure out how it's connected, because the feeling that I'm starting to get based off of what our sorcerer friend told us is that these separate lands, these continents or whatever they are, I don't think they're as separate as we once thought they were. I think what ended up happening is whatever is going on, whatever horrifying events are taking place, are causing the places to clash and collide with one another. Because in the beginning, when you're going through and you're choosing all your stuff, there's like rivers and stuff, like an ocean in between everything. So yeah, hold on. Let's see if I can pull this up real quick. This is the map that I was looking at right here. And as you, oh, I like that it's animated. That's really cool. Coast Rock, Ukaz, Kari. I don't think we've seen Kari yet. We haven't met Goldschmeyer. We've heard of Tristan, Markdor, Tannenbeer or something. I can't even pronounce that. Livin. Like, we've seen mentions of all of these places, but if you look at it, it's not just one big island, unless they do consider this one big island. These look more like separate continents. And it sounds like whatever happened is causing everything to collide, because there's no way that we could just walk all the way from Markdor to Livin to Jonas Landing to Coast Rock to Kulkaz. There's no way we walked that distance. So I'm starting to get this feeling that there's a sort of like, not a time warp. One of the things in Dark Souls is that there's this idea of convoluted time and space. You know, you're able to communicate with people who are in the same world as you, but in a different time and space. That's how they use the summoning mechanic. You know, you could summon friends, you can get invaded, or you can invade. When you meet up with characters like Solaire, and you could summon him for boss fights and stuff like that. It's not that he's in your game and he wrote a sign down and stuff like that. His dimension, there's a rift in his dimension and your dimension, and you're inviting him into your dimension through that rift. I think that's kind of how it works in Dark Souls. That's how I've kind of believed it to be. Maybe it's a lot less complicated than that, but that's kind of how I've believed it to be. And this feels more of like a collision rather than a separation. Not like a rift collision, but like a physical collision. So whatever is happening, whatever this marriage alliance was supposed to save, is fucked. For want of a better word, it's fucked. And it's causing all of these places to collide. It's causing all sorts of bad things to happen. Death is abound. Disease, destruction. It is all abound, and everything is just in ruins because of it. So that's kind of the theory that I'm working off right now in terms of the state of the world. What else do we have here? We have the Bloodless Prince. A massive three-faced clay thing said in secret to house the spirit of Tom Een, brother of Quan Een. Rumor holds that the creature was once the size of a man, but gradually built itself up from earth, choosing to bear three faces to better allow the three to better bestow it with wisdom. Quan Een is said to have both loved and hated this monstrosity, and his reliance on a thing he so reviled could have driven him mad. Quan Een, I believe, is the Dried King, the skeletal remnant of Quan Een, Sun King of Kulkaz, which, once again, it lends more credit. It lends more food to like the theory that I'm running with right now, because this is telling me that the ziggurat that we just spent the past 3.5 hours running through is a specific location in this place called Kulkaz, which is separated entirely from, say, Livin, which is where the Queen of Smiles is from. He presided over his realm during an era of unrivaled prosperity, but with each year's bounty, his paranoia and despair increased more rapidly. Did it have something to do with the rumors about his long-dead brother still having a hand in ruling the kingdom? Ooh. Abound Arox. Defend the ziggurat of dust. Vacant blades. Fetal brat. A clay hybrid. A construct of the ziggurat of dust, likely crafted by Tam Een in his image. Its writhing body is that of a minor kraken, but because it is housed in clay and sealed by magic, it takes on a less malevolent role, doing little beyond tirelessly protecting its creator. So I already had a feeling that this creature was kraken in origin. It's very similar into how it acts as the wretch feeders. So it sounds like this Tam Een took these wretch feeders, and let's see. Yeah, I get a feeling that he took these wretch feeders and turned them into these what did they call them? Clay hybrids. So I kind of had a feeling there was Kraken magic going on when I first saw those creatures, but I didn't think it was more of like a warped sense of Kraken tomfoolery. Let's see, what else do we have? We've seen the cave keepers. We've seen the thing of arms. The coveting. An ethereal spirit. It may be the spirit of Executioner or Lang, or that of his son Kuchet, but it doesn't really matter. Both are spectral slaves with no identity, imprisoned forever by an otherworldly desire to possess the Executioner's axe, known as the Coveted. A strangely sharp stone executioner's axe. As the legend tells it, a royal executioner received it as a mysterious gift and immediately took a liking to it. Power in the kingdom shifted, and before long, the executioner used his axe on the entire royal family. Power shifted further, and the executioner became king, but the executioner never resigned from his grisly station, and the axe was well fed, though never satisfied. Ooh, I like that a lot. Oh, that's so good. We ran into this guy before. I don't remember where we ran into him, but he's called a Crypt Keeper, an ancient guardian. Crypt Keepers are the silent sentinels of the crypt of dead gods, wielding iron will against unwelcome invaders and unruly residents alike. What else do we have? Drowned Porcelain, Michael Myers, a child of a king. Children of nobility are privileged to wear porcelain masks and never to be seen in the presence of their elders without them. Ooh, jeez, that's dark. A rotten raider, a drowned night raider, rotted by time and weather. The night raiders are such a fearsome troop that they could be reduced to shambling fodder such as this is a testament to the fleeting strength of man. And then we have our white knight. Drowned knight, clad in shimmering metal plate in the style of the Tristini Royal Guard. This island holds a myriad of trapped peasants, scholars, knights, and nobles, and they're all drowning together. There we go. Right there. That says it right there. This island holds a myriad of trapped peasants, scholars, knights, and nobles, and they're all drowning together. Once again, a lot more credence to the idea that that all of these islands, all of these nations and continents and all that stuff, all collided in some cataclysmic event. And we're basically in hell right now, is the feeling that I'm starting to get from this. The Iron Maiden, or Mother Merle, although never having children of their own, Mother Merles have many characteristics of overprotective mothers. She considers any creature unfortunate enough to fit in her cage her child and desires to keep them close to her forever, whatever state of living or dead that may be. Ooh, jeez. So we have that. Let's see what else we can get. We got some new rings. Like this one, a jagged metal ring painted red. A grisly ring bearing an eye similar to that of the Salt Seeker's ring, but while one ring searches for lost hope, this ring seeks endless bloodshed. Causes wearers' attacks to more frequently reduce foes to bloody chunks. The Burning Sky ring, an impossibly light metal ring, It bears the symbol of fire and sky and lends the brilliance of the two eternal elements to its wearer. Reduced cost of magic spells and incantations. What else do we have? Vile Vines Ring. Defense to poison. Eliminates surroundings. I think we're good on the rings. What about weapons? What do we have for weapons? What is this? It's an anchor on a stick. Castaway's great odds. I can't even pronounce that word. I'm not even gonna lie. It's basically an anchor on a stick, a makeshift weapon fashioned from the anchor of a small skiff, which has been lashed to a broken spar with a length of halyard and its flukes sharpened into adze-like blade. Clearly improvised by some forlorn survivor of one of the countless shipwrecks littering these desolate shores, its design incorporates a limited array of available materials with commendable ingenuity. Ooh, it's a great axe. You know, I just realized I never had a charm. I haven't had a charm on my weapon in a while. A simple charm carved from solid stone, a charm like this would promise resolve, clarity, and will to those who lack those things. Increases stagger damage. Red hair charm. A simple charm of soft red fur taken from a baby aurochs. Aurochs are fiercely protective of their young, and successfully collecting the fur of a baby aurochs requires a particular combination of bravery and foolishness. Greatly amplifies attack power when the wielder is near death. We'll stick with the blood flower because our attack is through the roof right now. Stella Triregno. I'm gonna say that's what that word is. A ceremonial golden crown. The guide's cap, fashionable hat of an adventure guide. I like that. Boatman Sugigasa. The frayed head wrap and sedge hat worn by an ancient boatman covered in tangles of rotten seaweed. Rotten, really? Can't afford the good seaweed? Let's see, let's look at chess pieces. Boatman's Mino, the raggy tatters of an ancient boatman. Stella Soprana, a blue-ringed velvet robe adorned in magnificent golden pauldrons. Sorcerer's Kurta, vest of a sorcerer of the Black Sands Collective. The Black Sands Collective is not on the best of terms with the Citadel of Fire and Sky, but it's not on the worst of terms either. The Guide's Tunic, versatile cloak and tunic of an adventuring guide. Oh, how nice. A pair of blue-ringed velvet gloves with golden trim. Versatile leather gloves of an adventuring guide. A formal pleated skirt of fine silk, popular among merchants as a touch of exotic flair. The smooth fabric offers exceptional comfort and impeccable style, both invaluable assets to an aspiring trader. Scorpion dick? That's not what that is. A Stella Cincture, a blue-ringed velvet skirt. I am so sorry. I don't know what's wrong with my voice or my throat, but oh my gosh, I'm like losing it. Sorcerer's Lungai, skirt of a sorcerer of the Black Sands Collective. The Black Sands Collective was founded by Mina the Traveler, who left the Citadel centuries ago to travel to the southern continent. Her original intent was to create a second Citadel of Fire and Sky, but over time the outpost she founded in southern Kulkaz simply took on a form of its own. Ooh, interesting. Smart leather boots of an adventuring guide. The raggy wrap of an ancient bowman. What else have we missed? I don't think we found any shields or side gear. Offhand gear, I should say. This one's gonna be a doozy, hold on. So we have to go through all of this to figure out what is new and what is not. So, oh my gosh. So let's see if we can sort through our inventory here and see if we can find what we picked up that's actually new. I can't even figure out what spells were new. Ethereal Intervention? What is that? Temporarily improves the caster's defense to magical attacks. Many wicked men would attempt to harness ethereal forces to harm the devout, but through great faith, such harm can be greatly mitigated. Summon a small bit of Flash Fire. Flash Fire may be the spell from which all modern elementalism originates. As the story goes, Flash Fire began as a simple trick traveling entertainers would use to thrill crowds, but some men saw potential in it, and through their study of the simple mechanic, the study of channeling was born. Lightning Ball. Summon a concentrated ball of lightning. The lightning ball will slowly drift away from its point of summoning, then explode in a flash of sky. Lightning is such a fleeting thing. To be able to exercise such control over it is truly the feat of an accomplished spellcaster. Meanwhile, that's the description. Meanwhile, this is a level 2 spell, by the way. Just throwing that out there. Summon a star of flash fire. The 5-pointed shape is a phenomenon that occurs naturally within the ethereal fabric of fire and sky. Mages and scholars speculate that the entire weave may be composed of a geometric grid of 5 and 6-pointed stars. Ooh, okay. Lightning Pod, a friendly spirit of sky that follows its caster, periodically casting lightning bolts at its caster's foes. Whether these spirits of sky are otherworldly entities that have always existed in the ethereal fabric, or mages long past, eager to aid a good sorcerer, is debated. Ooh, okay. I think we just now found this spell, Sprites. Summon divine sprites, or spirits, to orbit the caster, then seek out foes to deal holy damage to. Sprites are as playful as they are vengeful, evidence of the joy that exists between the most somber aspects of worship. Oh, what's this down here? Oh my god, we have a bag of earth. A burlap bag of black earth. Its clasp looks to be made of precious metals and minerals, so why are its contents so common? I didn't even see when we picked that up. Oh my gosh. When did we pick up a bag of earth? Okay. This is supposed to be the session where we go through and run through lore and story and all that stuff. Like, this is the part of the video where we do that. But we're gonna... Give me a minute here. Let's run through some of this. We read the Coveted's Ashes. We found... Let's see... Ashes of Hornet Steel, one of the Inquisitor's many enforcers of his sinless standards. They motivated allegiance to their master's word with the tips of their arrows. A drop spider's tusk of a drop spider, an arachnid known to leap down atop its prey. Their massive tusks were known to pierce even the toughest armor, making them a feared obstacle in the dark places of the world. Ooh, I like that. Rib of a primitive bones, a tireless skeletal marauder, puppeteered by some dark magic. It has wandered exposed to the elements far longer than its host was ever alive. Jeez. Heartseeker nerves. I don't remember picking that up. Nerves of a Heartseeker. The thick mass of nerves that course through this alchemical abomination were once those of a human. Oh my gosh. Ear of a leprous, a drowned swamp dweller afflicted by grey rot. Oh, okay. So pervasive and permanent was the grey rot plague that the leprous bandits created a new religion in vain attempts to appease it. A Liech rib. Rib of a Liech, skeletal remnant of a Kulkan court sorcerer. Their loyalty to the Sun King was so great that not even death could end their tenure. Jeez. The choir of the Dome of Light was truly an inspirational thing. To so many downtrodden and weary pilgrims, it was a glorious ray of divine light. But the Inquisitor found it was sin, and so it was cleansed, becoming the first lamb. Gee. Ear of a cave keeper, a twisted brood that finds solace in the island's darkest corners. Their magic lanterns actually consume the light of man, keeping them shrouded in a protective cloak of shadow. I'm sure we read that already, at least in the last session, because that's where we ran into them. Ear of a thing of arms, salt-built creation of the architect. On the greater continents, the power of salt was thought to be a fable, but the thing of arms is evidence enough that salt alchemancy is not just real, but horrible. Ear of a pale witch taken from one of the many practitioners of magic from the western continents. In death, these once innocent children of the elements have become the very beasts they were falsely executed for being. A bronze censer, its memories have been suffocated for centuries by the depths of the sea. A diamond cluster, a tiny dish containing a small cluster of diamond roe. The eggs are those of a lesser kraken, unborn and fragile. Diamond roe is a highly coveted delicacy on the continents, but it's possibly more valuable as a potent alchemical ingredient. So here's the deal. I didn't think we were gonna find a bag of earth. I don't even remember picking up the bag of earth. I have this really bad habit of, like, I'll run through areas and, like, my goal is I need that item, so I'm gonna do everything I can to get that item. But while I'm doing that, I'm still in the process, the mindset of, like, just go, go, go. So what I'm gonna do is I don't know how I'm gonna edit it. I'll figure it out. But we're gonna go deliver this bag of earth. I was not expecting gold to just drop down on top of me, but I'll take it. I just saw more gold just fall from the sky, but I'm not even outside. Oh, it's gone now. Where is my bag of earth guy? Was he in the bottom of the Queen of Smiles arena? I thought he was in the Festering Banquet. No, he is. Ooh. You're telling me I can't make that jump naturally? I want a refund. Where is he? There he is. Seen any trinkets? I lost a small pouch of earth. Yes, give bag of earth. It's the one. The soil. It's all I have now. Now a question for you. Are you looking for peace? Yes. Looking for peace. That's great. Great, great. Now, have you found it? No. Yes, that's the condition I too suffer. Seeking peace and never finding it. Here, try these on. They were his. We just got a whole new armor set. I don't remember picking this up, that's for sure. All-white helmet of Ascaria's elite royal guard. Ascaria has long been at war with Tristan, but from time to time the two nations have found brief peace through marriages. all-white cuirass of Ascari's elite royal guard wrapped in a magnificent velvet cape. Armor in this style is issued only to the mightiest of Ascaria's champions after taking an oath of lifetime service to the crown. Oh, we just got some juicy bits here. Members of the guard must demonstrate peerless skill not only with the sword and shield which they wield day and night in service of the crown, but with all manner of other ranged and melee weapons should they need to improvise. Recruits begin training as children. Those who do not pass muster, whether through lack of skill or mere inability to meet the stringent qualifications, are typically still accepted into the infantry. Wait, hold on. Those who do not pass muster, whether through lack of skill or mere inability to meet the stringent qualifications, are typically still accepted into the infantry, but they're left as basically just fodder. They're unskilled, they're untrained, so they're sent out anyway and said, you know what, you made it, go and make something of yourself, and then they can't. Ooh, that's heavy. Boy, traveler, a man like me will never find peace, but it's nice to dream. Wow. Okay. Okay, we've had our fun. Damn it. Okay, well, after that's done, we completed a mission that we completely forgot about. I don't even remember picking up that bag of earth. See, this is why I'm glad that we do this, sitting down, going through and running through everything near the end, just so I can kind of run through and we can kind of theory build and all that stuff, kind of understand the story more. And we also run into things like that where we find an item we completely didn't even know existed, or that we don't even remember picking up. So I'm glad we did that.